how do you claim your time back? Because all of us want to achieve a lot in our life, but the only problem is we've just got only 24 hours. When we talk about time, we're always thinking about time or looking time from the lens of productivity and performance. What we want to look time through the lens of philanthropy.
Hey everybody, in today's episode I have my special guest, my own life coach Uma, to discuss the topic of how to actually escape from the entrepreneurial trap. So here's the thing, we come out, start our own business, try to escape the rat race, but what I found over the years is that I was caught up in another rat race, and it was a few years back that I decided to really work with you to go, okay, how come that I'm freeing up more time and I'm more busy? Why is it that I still feel like I'm in this rat race? How do you escape that? And so we worked on these things, and I'm so excited to even write a book on this topic, because here's the thing, when you scale your business, you get more time back, and guess what, if you're not careful, you're back into it and still hustling away. And then I have my own husband who's grown into an 8-figure business and yet still not enough time, still stressed. And so why is that? And so I want to talk to you about how we can really change our mindset and set our foundation right, so that even when we're hitting 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever it is, we already achieve that freedom that we've always wanted. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself, actually.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited, first of all, to be here. And Linh, thank you so much for having me. What do? I am so much passionate about inspiring and empowering people to become their best versions. And presently, I'm doing my PhD, a Master of Research leading to a PhD in Mindfulness. And I'm an advocate for mental health and absolutely, passionate about finding ways to, be effective, do more, and be more. The thing is that you do more, but people don't be more. So we're going to find out how can you do more, but be more. So being in the moment and experiencing everything. So yes, I'm a mindset coach and corporate trainer. I have to start thinking about all the things. There's a big list of things that I do. I'm an academic as well, and a researcher. So here we are talking about how do you claim your time back, because all of us want to achieve a lot in our life, but the only problem is we've just got only 24 hours. But what we also can see is that both the rich and the poor have got only 24 hours. So what is the rich doing differently? What are the people who are achieving more doing differently with the same 24 hours? So this is how I see it. When we talk about time, we're always thinking about time or looking time from the lens of productivity and performance. What we want to look time through the lens of philanthropy. And what that means is that because our life is, when we talk about time, it's valuable. But I think we've grown thinking that time is money. Always time is money. I've done that rat race too. Time is money. Exchange time for money. But how long can you do? It's not sustainable. So we want to find ways to, look into time with a different lens. So what is that? So looking into time as a collection of experiences. Because we say lifetime, my lifetime, we don't say other things, right? So my lifetime, so time is so valuable. So how do I make use of that time? So when I think about time, I don't say that I'm spending time. I don't spend time, I invest time. And I know you do the same thing. We've shifted from the space of spending time to investing time. And what that means is doing things, being with people, and engaging in events that really stimulates us, helps us to add value and take value. So no more spending time, investing time, so we always take something back. And also the fact that when we give our time, we need to realize that we are giving a part of our life. Now, you spending time with me and me spending time with you, we are giving each other a part of our life. And also, you spending time with us is we are exchanging valuable time. So when we start looking time from a perspective of philanthropy and collection of experiences, that's when we shift from this doing thing and wanting to be being. And that's where mindfulness comes into the focus, where you can use mindfulness as a beautiful tool to be in the moment and have more and be more as well.
And that's the thing, a lot of entrepreneurs, if you haven't started a business or you're already in business, you'll see that what happened is that unless you're doing work, working on a client's project or then you don't feel like you're actually being productive. But what I've found over the years is when I step away from the business, taking a break, having a holiday, having a day off once a month, which is a compulsory thing for our company outsourcing into, I realized that for people to be happy and want to stay around, I actually want to force them to have a day off because that's so important. So it's actually not about the doing, but it's about the letting go and kind of having time to reset.
Yes.
And so this is so important because my own husband, after 20 years in business, it's so hard to get him to step away from work. Despite having hundreds of staff and lots of financial success and everything else, still I have time. I can't take time off. And why is that? Why do you think that people, even with all of that success, still feel like I can't?
Excellent question, brilliant question. I've experienced that too, okay? There were times when I take time off to watch television, I'd be so guilty. There wouldn't be actually much to do, but still it's like, no, I should be, Uma, get away, go and do that work. I'm sure you've done that in the past, right? The problem is that we feel that we need to be doing something, and that only means that then we're being productive. But actually, you can be more productive when you are being. Taking those time off, when you come back, you get more productive because that comes from the fact of hard working. Because we've grown up, we are conditioned. Our value system is such that we've grown up thinking that we need to be doing a lot during the day, investing time in work, so that we can, and also for men, they want to be the providers, they want to be the protectors, they want to give for their family. And then for them, it's like, if I didn't do work, it means that I'm not doing anything, I'm not building the business to provide for my family. But the point here is to surrender.
Surrender, that's
It is
the word.
beautiful.
Yes.
Just surrender.
Yes.
And just take the path of least resistance and see how beautiful the world around you shifts. Because when you surrender, you get into the phase of flow.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to rush, you don't have to chase things. You start attracting. And the beauty of this, Lynn, I'm having goosebumps as I'm talking this, because you will feel that energy from which you work, the vibration that you put out, you get more in less time. In being rather than doing. When you're doing, you're so much in masculine energy, constantly doing. You want to get into your femininity because in that space, you are a creator.
Yeah.
So step into the femininity, step in, and men can do this too. Not that if you're a man, you shouldn't bring out your feminine energy. You bring in both the energy and use it as you need to. I was just having a discussion with another client of mine, fantastic human being, and he's so much in the doing. I said, get into your being, from your head to heart, just transcend.
Yes.
And when you're in the flow, when you surrender, you start to see things manifesting faster. So that's what we need to do.
Yeah. And so I wanted to share a story. So like 3 years ago when I hired my COO, operations manager, he came in and his goal for me was to allow me to do as little as possible. So how do I make Lynn's life easy? And I was like, wow, okay, well, how come he's thinking this way? And the whole thing is that throughout these 3 years, slowly he's just took over a lot of my roles, but he's also thinking about how does he also have more time to work on the business for me. You know, like he's always thinking about how do I not work so hard, and everyone shouldn't work so hard. They should actually be kind of working a lot smarter.
Smarter.
He goes to me, as a CEO, Lynn, I don't need you to be, this is my own problem. As a CEO or running the business, as my own business, I couldn't help to check in on how things are going here, what's going on with that client. And I've forgotten that as an ultimate CEO with team members, I should really not worry about the little menial thing. Yeah. And it came down to, I still had a bit of a controlling issue. As much as I thought I was like really good at letting go, I was still nosy. I still wanted to know. And so it's a work in progress. You know, over the 3 years, it's really just keep practicing, letting go a bit more, letting go of control, letting go of needing to know everything. And then you'll be surprised to see that your own team will start to step up because you've given them the space to step up. You know, and they're like kids. If you keep doing things for your kids, they can't step up. But when you stop doing things, they will start to step up. So I wanted to share that this is what I've learned to accept, is that my goal is to do nothing. And I'm not saying nothing. I mean, some of the productive things that I do is when I'm spending time reading a beautiful book that I love reading anyway, those are the times I actually bring some really amazing insights to do that. Or I could be out, you know, doing something, hanging out somewhere, and then bump into an amazing network contact or something. And that actually brings more value to the business than me trying to like, hey, I noticed on the website, you know, you guys should do this and that. Just so menial that I'm like, no, I gotta stop doing that.
That's right. And you pointed out right, that's the reason, the need to be certain, have the certainty and control. What we do is deprive others working with us to tap into their genius, because we bring our genius into the system all the time, and then probably other people have got other genius stuff that they can bring in. So allowing other people, giving them the control to do stuff and stepping back actually is an amazing feeling, and as you said, gives us time to do creative stuff. So when you're in your creative state, reading a book, being in the nature, you have more inspiration that you can bring into the team and say, hey guys, this is what I've been thinking about. Now you let us know how can we do this. So they bring in their genius. So wonderful.
So in the next video, we're going to talk about how to actually design your ideal day. In today's episode, I want to hear from you, where in your business or in your life have you been controlling and unable to let go? And also, do you agree with us that no matter how much money you make or how much time, how much resources you have, if you're not careful at changing your mindset, you could still be stuck. Let me know if you agree with that in the comments below. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.
Thanks everyone.